Hello, my name is Petr Šejvl, and today I'm recording experimental methods in human-computer interaction presentation. Yeah, for the user experience subject at Taipei Tech. Okay. Um, yeah. So the structure of the article, or at least of like the most significant parts, and of my presentation looks like this. So the first of all, it's the introduction for the human computer interaction and other like key principle this presentation is gonna be about. And then we'll get like deeper into the three pillars of the experimental design, concerning pretty much most of the experiments, not only the human computer interaction from my point of view. Oh yeah, so let's dive into it. First of the keywords here, or the principles, is the human computer interaction. It's a study about how people, users in our context, interact with technology. So it's not just like computers in most like common sense, the device with some computational stuff and display anything, but it's in technology in general. Could be also like mobile phones, could be interface on some shared bikes, for example. Yeah, it's a lot. And the focus in our context is improving of the user experience. Yeah, mostly improving of the user experience. So about the experimental methods for this human-computer interaction, the topic has roots in psychology, and it should help us with objective study of the hypothesis. I think this can be with a lot of experiments. The objectiveness may be a problem because people tend to have some subjective expectations, and maybe even they tend to like verify their subjective expectations, and then that's why we need to present good experiments and like propose good experiments, so they are objective, so it's not based on our opinions, which would be bad. And yeah, in the with the experiments we take advantage of control and dependent variables to support some of our hypotheses. The controlled variables, we keep them constant, so all the stuff depends only on the dependent variables, and the hypothesis is testable expectation statement, and it is about the relationship between variables, and we're trying to support it, or our experiments may fail to support it. Yeah, that's what happening. Yeah, and let's have an example to understand the stuff better. So we can have a hypothesis that dark mode and light mode have influence on eye strain, and we would take our participants, complete reading in both of these modes. Well, everything else like brightness, screen size, font size, light, the light in the room, everything else would be constant. So only thing that changes is the light and dark mode, and then we need to perceive the eye strain and look for some correlations or test the relation, and then we analyze these data to make a decision. Also, in the context of this example, to keep it as objective as possible, the order of modes, dark and light, it would need to be randomized for the users, or like half could read first dark and first light. So we avoid some mistakes based on the order of reading. For example, if everybody reads in the dark modes first and light after, yeah, then probably the light could have worse results, because people, their eyes would be already a little bit tired from the first reading, and we don't want this like a false helpful stuff to get into our experiment. Okay, so finally getting to the 3 pillars of experiment. So with experimental design, actually in the example I was talking before, it could be the design. The design part could be about this order I was talking about. It's the experimental design. It's a statistical analysis of the results, and a write-up, some summaries, final article. So more specifically about the experimental design, it's description what will happen, and how we're gonna approach the experiment. We need to have good experimental design, because if it's bad, if it's like a garbage, this is actually a thing that the author mentions directly in the article. So if our experiment is garbage, then our results like gonna also be garbage. It's this phenomenon of garbage in, garbage out mentioned in the article. And we need to focus on construct validity, internal validity, external validity, and ecological validity, where the construct takes care about accurate measuring, internal the internal ensures the effects are due to what they should be, and the external validity is about generalization, where ecological validity assesses relevancy for real world. This is, from my point of view, quite a topic for me in like psychology experiments, because these are usually done on pretty small sample of people. The people are usually college students of usually of the psychology. So this is quite a specific group, and the relevancy for real world might be complicated from my point of view. So I see this as an important topic. Okay, next step, statistical analysis. If we have result, we need to test if what are they saying, like what are the implications. And I think we need to, and author of the article also thinks we need to keep intact with well-defined approaches, because when it comes to statistics, so even like experienced statisticians tend to fail with their intuition. So yeah, we should do the well-defined testing, t-test, chi-quadrat, regression analysis. There's plenty more of them, but it should be some of the well-defined. And finally, the experimental write-up. So if you have the experiment, analyze the results, now you need to get it to the public and write some article or something about it. The author recommends a structure which could look like this: title and abstract, motivation, literature review, experimental methods, result, and discussion. And especially for the discussion, this the author gives like importance for mentioning the limitations of your study, to keep the study and the results and everything as truthful as possible, because probably every study gonna have limitations, and they should be mentioned here, so yeah, people are ready for the limitations. That's it for me. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and yeah, thank you.